Interior, Hawkins High School hallway, night. Nancy, Robin, Steve, Max, and Dustin stand in the hallway, shining their flashlights against the empty hallway. The grandfather clock Max just saw is no longer there.
It was here, right here.
The grandfather clock?
It was so real. And then when I got closer, suddenly I woke up.
It was like she was in a trance or something. Exactly what Eddie said happened to Chrissy.
That's not even the bad part.
Max brings the group to the counselor's office, showing them Fred and Chrissy's files.
Fred and Chrissy, they both came to Miss Kelly for help. They both were having headaches, bad headaches that wouldn't go away. And then the nightmares, trouble sleeping. They'd wake up in a cold sweat when they started seeing things, bad things from their pasts. These visions, they kept getting worse and worse until eventually everything ended.
Vecna's curse?
Chrissy's headache started a week ago. Fred's 6 days ago. I've been having them for 5 days. I don't know how long I have. All I know is that for Fred and Chrissy, they both died less than 24 hours after their first vision. And I just saw that goddamn clock, so looks like I'm gonna die tomorrow.
They hear a distant clang in the hall.
Stay here.
Steve grabs an ugly lamp from Miss Kelly's office and walks into the hall, brandishing it like a weapon. The others ignore his instructions and follow behind him. Footsteps get louder and everyone screams as Lucas runs around the corner.
No!
Ah!
It's me.
Lucas?
It's me.
Jesus, what's wrong with you, Sinclair?
I'm sorry.
I could have taken you out with this lamp.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I was biking for 8 miles. Give me a second. Shit. We've got a code red.
What?
Dustin. I've been with Jason, Patrick, and Andy, and they've gone totally off the rails. They're trying to capture Eddie, and they think you know where he is. You're in terrible danger.
All right. Yeah, that definitely sucks, but we've got bigger problems than Jason right now.
He gestures to Max. Lucas and Max share a tense look. Interior, Wheeler basement, day. Steve, Lucas, and Dustin are reading the Weekly Watcher article that Robin and Nancy found at the library. The headline reads, Victor Creel claims ancient demon killed family.
Okay, be honest. You guys understand any of this?
No.
Pretty straightforward.
Oh, straightforward. Really?
What's confusing to you? So far, everyone Vecna has cursed has died, except for this old Victor Creel dude Nancy found. He's the only known survivor. If anyone knows how to beat this curse, it's him.
Well, that's assuming he was cursed, Henderson, which we don't even know. How can Vecna have even existed in the 50s? It doesn't make sense.
As far as we know, 11 didn't create the Upside Down. She opened a gate to it. The Upside Down has probably been around for thousands of years, millions. I wouldn't be surprised if it predated the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs? What are we?
Okay. But if a gate didn't exist in the 50s, how did Vecna get through?
And how is he getting through now?
And why now?
And why then? Just pops out in the 50s, kills one family, and he's like, I'm good, and poof, just disappears, just gone, only to return 30 years later and start killing some random teens? No, I don't buy it. Straightforward my ass. Honestly, Henderson, a little humility now and then, it wouldn't hurt you.
Sorry.
Dustin glances past Steve to where Max is sitting. She's at a desk, writing furiously.
Any idea what she's writing? Did she sleep?
I mean, would you?
Nancy and Robin descend the basement stairs.
So we have a plan.
Thanks to Nancy's newspaper minions, we are now rock star psychology students at the University of Notre Dame.
I'm now Ruth.
And I'm Rose.
Ruth?
Dustin notices their fake transcripts boast 3.9 GPAs each.
Nice GPA.
Thanks. So we called Penhurst Asylum, told them we would like to speak with Creel for a thesis we're co-writing on paranoid schizophrenics.
To which they said no.
But we landed at 3 o'clock with the director.
Now all we have to do is charm him and convince him to let us talk to Victor.
And then maybe we can rid Max of this curse.
About that, we've been doing our Victor Creel homework, and we've got questions.
Lots of questions.
So do we. Hopefully Victor has the answers.
Steve frowns at the faulty transcripts.
Wait a second. Where's mine?
Interior, Nancy's bedroom, continuous. Nancy bursts into her room, Steve on her heels.
Nancy, you gotta be out of your mind if you think I'm babysitting again.
First of all, they're not babies anymore, and Max is in real danger. She needs people around her.
I know, but why does it always have to be me?
Robin bursts into the room and gasps.
Oh my God, you have a Tom Cruise poster? You have a Tom Cruise poster.
That's old. It's just... Can you please not touch anything?
While Steve and Nancy talk, Robin touches everything in sight and out of sight when she starts opening nightstand drawers.
I can't do anything here, Nance. Maybe I can be helpful with this asylum director dude. I don't know. I could turn on my charm.
Not the charm we need.
Oh, ouch.
No, I did a little digging last night, and it turns out this Dr. Hatch is a distinguished fellow of the American Psychiatric Association and a Harvard visiting scholar, okay? This is a lifelong student of the world. If we're gonna win him over, we're gonna need to convince him we are too. That like him, we are true academics.
Robin, mesmerized by a music box, holds it up for Steve to see.
Holy shit. There's a little ballerina in here.
Academic scholar. She's giving you academic scholar vibes.
Yeah. No, but she will.
Nancy holds up a frilly, ugly peach blouse.
Oh, please tell me that you're joking.
Interior, Wheeler basement, later. Max puts the paper she was writing on in envelopes. She writes Billy on one and underlines his name. The boys watch her from the couch. Without turning around, Max says,
I know you guys are staring at me.
What? Sorry.
You said you needed something?
Just hanging out.
How you think your eyes boring into the back of my head is protecting me from Vecna, I don't know.
she stands and walks to them. They are purposefully looking at anything but her.
You can look at me now.
Thank you.
Sorry.
One by one, Max hands each boy an envelope.
For you, and you. Oh, and give these to Mike, Al, and Will if you can never get a hold of them again.
Steve and Dustin start opening them.
What are you doing? No, don't. That's not for now. Don't open it now.
Don't. Okay, I'm sorry. What is this?
It's a fail-safe for after if things don't work out.
Wait. Whoa. Max, things are gonna work out.
No. I don't need you to reassure me right now and tell me that it's all going to work out. People have been telling me that my entire life, and it's almost never true. It's never true. I mean, of course this asshole curses me. Should have seen that one coming.
He eyes the walkie-talkie in the nearby table.
If we go to East Hawkins, will this reach Penhurst?
Yeah.
Wait, why are we talking about East Hawkins?
Realization dawns.
Oh, no.
Exterior, Wheeler driveway, continuous. Max marches to Steve's BMW. He follows, trying to get her to come back inside.
Max, seriously, I'm not joking. I'm not driving you anywhere.
Steve, if you think I'm going to spend what is likely the last day of my life in the armpit that is Mike Wheeler's basement, you're out of your mind. Either take me where I need to go or tie me down, which is technically kidnapping of a minor. And if I live to see another day, Steve, I swear to God, I will prosecute. Open the door.
No.
I know a good lawyer.
A stare down commences. Max glowers at Steve. He attempts to stand his ground. Eventually, he scoffs and unlocks the car door.
Henderson, that super walkie of yours better reach Penhurst.
The group pile into the car. Max hesitates when she hears the sinister chiming of Vecna's clock in the distance. Exterior, Penhurst Asylum, day. Nancy and Robin walk toward the imposing asylum building, dressed in Nancy's Sunday best.
I can't breathe in this thing, and I'm itchy. I'm itching all over.
It's not all about comfort, okay? We're academics.
Who are evidently coming straight from Easter brunch. Also, this bra that you gave me is really pinching my boobs.
Okay, could you just let me do the talking, if that's even possible?
It's not only possible, it's inevitable, because shortly I'll be dead from strangulation.
3.9 GPAs. Both of you. Impressive.
And this is a recommendation from Professor Brantley.
Yeah, I know, Larry. Quite well, actually. Hey, you know what they say? Those who can't do, teach.
Yes. That's actually why we're here. I mean, you can only learn so much in a classroom.
Yeah, and I'm sympathetic to your struggle, truly. But there is a protocol to visiting a patient like Victor. You put in a request and then undergo screening processes, at which point the board will make a decision. I can see you're disappointed, but I'm more than happy to give you a tour. Perhaps you can even speak to some of the patients in our low security ward.
And we'd love that. It's just that our thesis is due next month.
And you're out of time. Whose fault is that?
Ours, absolutely. And I do apologize, but...
Don't apologize, Ruth. Screw that. The fact of the matter is, we did put in a request months ago and were denied. And then we reapplied and were denied again. And coming here was our last-ditch effort to save our thesis. And I can't breathe in this thing.
Well, Rose, maybe you'd like to go outside and get some fresh air?
Maybe I should, Ruth. Because I'm starting to think this whole thing is a colossal mistake. I'm breaking out in a rash. My boobs hurt. And I'll tell you the truth, Anthony. May I call you Anthony? These aren't my clothes. I borrowed them because I wanted you to take us seriously, because nobody takes girls seriously in this field. They just don't. We don't look the part or whatever. But can I tell you a story? 1978, I was at summer camp, and my counselor Drew told me and everyone in Cabin C the true story of the Victor Creel massacre. And little Petey McHugh, you know Petey, right, Ruth?
Of course.
Yeah, little Petey McHugh started sobbing right there on the spot, full on hyperventilating. The other campers couldn't sleep for weeks. I couldn't either, but not because I was scared, because I was obsessed with the question, what would drive a human being to commit such unimaginable acts? Other kids wanted to be astronauts or basketball players or rock stars, but I wanted to be you. I wanted to be you. So forgive me if I'll now try anything in my power, including wearing this ridiculous outfit, if I might get to speak to the man that ignited my passion and learn a little more about how his twisted, but let's face it, totally fascinating mind works. So yes, we don't have the official paperwork, but don't tell me that crybaby Petey McHugh wouldn't have gotten an audience with Victor in moments if he'd asked politely, because you and I both know that he would. So, 10 minutes with Victor. That's all I ask.
Interior, asylum hallway, continuous. Hatch leads Nancy and Robin out of his office and toward Victor's wing. To his secretary, he says,
Back at 30.
When he's not looking, Nancy and Robin low 5. Exterior, trailer park, day. Steve parks the car in front of the Mayfield's trailer.
This better be fast, Mayfield.
20 seconds.
She exits the car. Steve turns to Dustin, who's clutching his walkie-talkie.
That thing's got batteries in it, right?
I'm not even answering that question. Yeah, it has batteries.
Interior, Mayfield trailer, continuous. Max lays out the letters for her family on the coffee table. She stands and Through the window, sees her mom putting laundry on the clothesline in the backyard.
Mom,
Hey, sweetie. I thought you were with your friends today.
yeah, I was. I am. Shouldn't you be at work?
Oh, Mr. Bradley let me off early, so I'm just catching up on some chores.
I left some letters inside for you and Granny and Uncle and Jack and Dad, if you can find them.
Letters? I don't understand.
I just, with all the murders and everything, I know it's stupid, but I just started to think, what if something happens to me?
Max, baby, nothing is going to happen to you.
I know, but if it did, there's so many things I want to say that I need to say. Promise you'll give the letters out.
Max, you're scaring me.
I'm not trying to scare you.
Is something going on?
No,
Is it, baby?
no, you're right. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm being silly.
Max, oh, sweetie.
Max throws herself into her mother's arms.
It's okay. Nothing is going to happen, baby, I promise.
Thunder rumbles. The backyard gets dark.
Nothing you don't deserve.
Max looks up at the dark sky. The laundry on the clothesline is now covered in blood. She tries to pull away from the hug.
Mom, let go of me. Mom, let go.
Mrs. Mayfield morphs into the terrifying entity Vecna.
Maxine, you think some letters are gonna make things right? You've broken everything. Your time is almost at an end.
Let go.
She pushes away from him and falls on her back. She is now alone in the backyard. Shaken up, she walks around the house. Steve, Dustin, and Lucas are waiting outside the BMW.
Hey, that was longer than 20 seconds.
Max breezes past him.
Hey, whoa. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just drive.
Did something happen?
Can we please just go?
Exterior, Asylum Gardens, day.
These are our gardens. Beautiful, aren't they? We allow them 2 hours of outside time a day.
Can't they just escape?
They could. But the vast majority choose to be here. They like it here.
Interior, Asylum Listening Room, continuous.
This is one of our more popular areas, the listening. We found that music has a particularly calming effect on the broken mind. The right song, particularly one which holds some personal meaning, it can prove a salient stimulus. But there are those who are beyond a cure.
Interior, Asylum Stairs, continuous. Hatch leads the girls to the high security wing.
Dr. Hatch, do you think it might be possible for us to speak to Victor alone?
Alone?
I think that we would just love the challenge of speaking with Victor without the safety net of an expert such as yourself. Then we could really rub it in Professor Bradley's face.
Professor Bradley? I don't believe I know a Professor Bradley.
Brantley. She meant to say Brantley.
Didn't I say Brantley? What did I say? Sorry, silly me. Words, letters. Guess I'm just nervous. I mean, excited. So excited to speak with Victor. Preferably, as she said, alone?
Yes, why not? You caught me at a rebellious mood. There's something I'd rather urgent that I need to check on anyway. So, oh, sure. Keep a close eye on them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hatch.
Thank you.
The orderly opens the door to the high security wing.
Do not startle him, do not touch him, do not pass him anything. Stand 5 feet away from the bard at all times. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Victor, today's your lucky day. You got visitors, real pretty ones.
No response from Victor, except the sound of his nails scratching the metal table in his cell.
Must be in one of his moods. Have fun.
Victor, my name is Nancy Wheeler, and this is,
Robin Buckley.
we have some questions.
I don't talk to reporters. Hatch knows that.
We're not reporters. We're here because we believe you and because we need your help.
Whatever killed your family, we think it's back.
Victor ceases his scratching. He turns to face the girls, and his eyes are covered in scars. Exterior, Steve's car, day. As they drive through Hawkins, Steve glances at the stony-faced Max in the rearview mirror.
Turn here.
Here?
Max nods. Steve pulls into the graveyard. Exterior, graveyard continuous. Max exits the BMW and marches toward the graveyard.
Max?
Lucas, please, just wait in the car.
Max, just wait. Max, please. I know something happened there with your mother. Was it Vecna?
I told you, I'm fine, okay? I mean, as fine as someone who's hurtling towards a gruesome death can be.
Max, you know you can talk to me, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, then why do you keep pushing me away? Look, I don't need a letter. I don't want a letter. Just talk to me. To your friends. We're right here. I'm right here. Okay? I'm here.
Wait in the car. This won't be long.
Interior, Victor's cell, day.
When he attacks, our friend described it as a trance, like a waking nightmare. That's why we think he's coming for her next. Does any of this, anything we told you, sound like what happened to your family? Victor, I know this is hard.
You don't know anything.
You're right. We don't. And that's why we're here, to learn, to understand.
We need to know how you survived that night.
Survived? Is that what you call this? Did I survive? No, I assure you, I am still very much in hell. Victor recounts his past to Nancy and Robin. I had been back from the war some 14 years. Her great-uncle had died, leaving us a small fortune, enough to buy a new home, a new life.
What'd I tell you?
Wow.
This is amazing. It looks like a fairy tale, a dream.
Alvin, no running.
It's so big.
This is nice.
It was a magnificent home. Alvin said it looked like it was from a fairy tale.
Alvin, was this your son?
My eldest. But Henry, my younger boy, he was a sensitive child, and I could see he felt something was wrong. We had 1 month of peace in that house, and then it began. Dead animals, mutilated, tortured, began to appear near our home. Rabbits, squirrels, chickens, even dogs. The police chief blamed the attacks on a wildcat. This was no wildcat. This was an evil neither animal nor human. This was a spawn of Satan, a demon, and it was even closer than I realized. My family began to have encounters conjured by this demon. Nightmares, waking, living nightmares. This demon, it seemed to take pleasure in tormenting us. Even poor, innocent Alvin. It wasn't long before I began to have encounters of my own. I suppose all evil must have a home. And though I had not a rational explanation for it, I could sense this demon always close. I became convinced it was hiding, nesting, somewhere within the shadows of our home. It had cursed our town. It had cursed our home. It had cursed us. The Creel family sit and eat at the dinner table. The radio switches on and begins to play Dream a Little Dream of Me by Ella Fitzgerald. It flips between the song and a news report. The lights in the house flicker. It took Virginia first. I tried to get the children out, to save them.
Come on, come on.
Young Victor pounds on the front door with all his might, trying to force it open. When he does, he's shown a terrifying vision from his past.
Creel, what the hell happened here?
But I was back in France, back in the war. It was a memory. This demon, it was taunting me. And I was sure it would take me, just as he'd taken my Virginia. But then I heard another voice. At first, I believed it to be an angel, and I followed her, only to find myself in a nightmare far worse. While I was away, the demon took my children.
Angel, you followed. Who was she?
Stars shining bright above you.
Victor? Victor?
Is he everything that you hoped he would be?
Hatch storms toward the girls.
I had a very interesting conversation with Professor Brantley. Perhaps we should discuss this in my office while we wait for the police.
Exterior, Billy's headstone, day. Max opens the letter she wrote for Billy and begins to read it aloud.
Dear Billy, I don't know if you can even hear this. 2 years ago, I would have said, that's ridiculous, impossible. But that was before I found out about alternate dimensions and monsters, so I'm just going to stop assuming that I know anything. So much has happened since you left. Your dad was a total mess. He and my mom started getting into fights, bad fights. I don't think he could stand being here without you, so he left. And he didn't leave Mom much. She's taken an extra job, and we moved to that lovely trailer park off Curly. Basically, ever since you left, everything's been a total disaster. And the worst part is, I can't tell anyone why you're gone. I can't tell them that you saved Elle's life, that you saved my life. I play that moment back in my head all the time, and sometimes I imagine myself running to you, pulling you away. I imagine that if I had, that you would still be here, and everything would be right again. I imagine that we could have become friends, good friends, like a real brother and sister. I know that's stupid. You hated me. I hated you. But I thought that maybe we could try again. But that's not what happened. I just stood there and watched. For a while, I tried to be happy, normal. But I think that maybe a part of me died that day too. And I haven't told anyone this. I just can't. But I had to tell you before it's too late. If you can even hear this. I really hope you can. I'm sorry. I'm oh so sorry, Billy. Love, your shitty little sister, Max.
She cries and folds up the letter. Above her, clouds roll in. Suddenly, the graveyard is shrouded in darkness. Exterior, Steve's car, day. Steve eyes Max from afar. He checks his watch.
All right. It's been long enough.
He storms out of the BMW and up the hill.
Steve, just give her some time.
I have. All right, Sinclair. I'm calling it. She wants to get a lawyer. She can.
Exterior, Billy's headstone, continuous. Steve jogs up to Max.
Max, time to get A up, yeah?
She freezes.
Max?
He crouches next to her, horrified to see her eyes glazed over white. He tries to shake her awake.
Max! Max! Max, wake up! Hey, Max, wake up! Max, wake up!
From down by Steve's car, Dustin and Lucas notice his frantic behavior.
Oh, something's wrong.
Guys!
Boys run up the hill. Exterior, Max's mindscape, continuous. Billy, covered in blood from the events at Starcourt Mall, glowers at Max.
I've been waiting to hear those words, Max. Waiting so very long. But it wasn't the full truth, was it, Max? You know, I think there's part of you buried somewhere deep that wanted me to die that day. That was maybe even relieved, happy.
Billy, no, that's not true.
That's why you stood there, isn't it, Max? It's okay. You can admit it now. No more lies, no more hiding.
Billy, that's not true. I swear it's not true.
That is why you feel such guilt. No? Why you hide from your friends, why you hide from the world.
No.
And why late at night you have sometimes wished to follow me. That is why I'm here, Max.
No.
To end your suffering once and for all.
No.
She falls onto her back, and when she looks up once more, Billy has morphed into Vecna.
It's time, Max. Time for you to join me.
She stands and runs through the foggy graveyard. Exterior graveyard continuous. The boys try to wake Max from her coma-like state.
Max, you gotta get out of there. Can you hear me? Max, you gotta get out of there.
Dustin, call Nancy and Robin. Go get them. Call Nancy and Robin. Go.
Please, Max.
Shit.
He grabs a walkie-talkie from the open window of Steve's car.
Nancy, Robin, do you copy? This is a code red. Do you copy? Shit. Robin.
Interior asylum, day.
You're not listening. Our friend is in danger.
Do you really expect me to believe anything you have to say at this point?
It's the truth.
You're free to tell your sob story to the police.
Move along.
Don't touch me.
Hatch leads them outside. Robin leans to Nancy and says,
Victor said that the night of the attack, everything went on in the house, but he made specific mention of music. He said music was playing. And then when we asked him about the angel, he started to sing, Stars shining bright above you.
Dream a little dream of me.
Ella Fitzgerald.
The voice of an angel.
Yeah, Hatch said that music can reach parts of the brain that words can't. So maybe that's the key, a lifeline.
A lifeline back to reality.
It's worth a shot.
Nancy glances back to the orderly.
I think we can beat him.
What?
To the car?
Okay, I'm warning you right now, I have terrible coordination. Took me 6 months longer to walk than all the other babies.
Just follow my lead.
No, my God.
Nancy zips to the right, cutting through the gardens. Robin right on her heels.
Hey, get back here.
Their Easter Brent shoes fly off their feet as they race through the gardens.
Cinderella, you dropped your shoe. Stop right there.
Go.
Oh my God.
The girls make it back to the car. The security guard pounds on the car window, but Nancy starts the engine and peels out of the parking lot before he can get them.
Holy shit.
You really are a weird runner.
Robin, where the hell are you? This is a code red. I repeat, a code red.
Robin snatches the walkie-talkie from the back seat.
Dustin, it's Robin. We copy.
Holy shit. Finally. Please tell me you guys have this figured out.
Exterior, mindscape, continuous. Max runs from Vecna, trying to hide behind headstones. He's always looming a few steps behind.
You cannot hide from me.
Max races to a new hiding spot and screams,
Lucas! Dustin! Lucas, please help! Dustin!
She turns, and a cloud of red fog begins to overtake the graveyard. She walks toward it. Creatures chitter. Her feet stick to the ground, now covered in sticky red blood. She's no longer in the graveyard. She's in some sort of demented reality, with floating pieces of wood and glass in the red sky. Exterior, Billy's headstone, continuous.
Max, get out of there. Can you hear?
Guys,
He dumps a stack of mixtapes on the ground in front of them.
What is this?
what's her favorite song?
Why?
Robin said if she listens, it's too much to explain now. What's her favorite song?
Exterior mindscape continuous. Max has now entered a house with no roof or walls, a chiming clock and door with a rose-stained glass window float in the sky above her.
What are you doing in here, Max? Come back to me.
Max, horrified, notices Vecna's first two victims are in this demented house. Vecna approaches from behind.
How do you like them, Max? Would you like to join them?
He wraps a tentacle around Max's leg, pulling her in. Exterior, Billy's headstone and mindscape continuous. The boys dig through the tapes trying to find Max's favorite.
Which one is it? Lucas, which one is it?
What's her favorite song? Which one?
It's right here. Got it.
Give it to me.
Go, go, go.
Okay, headphones now.
Lucas presses play. Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush begins to play through the headphones of Max's Walkman. In the mindscape, Max notices a burst of light in the red sky. She can see a portal to the real world, hear her friends calling to her, her favorite Kate Bush song.
Max, wake up.
Max, wake up!
Max, we're right here.
Come on, Max.
They can't help you, Max. There's a reason you hide from them.
Max!
You belong here with me.
You're not really here.
Oh, but I am, Max. I am.
He reaches a clawed hand for her face. In the real world, the boys watch in shock as Max rises from the ground, levitating high above them in the air.
Max! Max!
Max!
In the mindscape, Max winces in pain. She remembers her friends. She remembers giggling and shopping with 11 and getting their portraits taken at the photo shop. She remembers Halloween with Dustin and Lucas, their goofy Ghostbusters costumes. She remembers the movies and hiking to Cerebro with Dustin, Lucas, Mike, and Will. She remembers her first kiss with Lucas at the snowball, remembers ice cream with 11, and remembers just being happy. All these lovely memories give her the spark she needs to yank a tentacle off of Vecna's neck. The monster cries out in pain and drops Max. She stands and runs faster than she ever has, dodging falling debris. She runs toward the portal of light, toward the real world, toward her friends, her family. She's got something worth living for, and by God, she's not giving it up today. In the real world, her eyes snap open and she falls to the ground, gasping for air.
Max!
Lucas wraps her up in his arms.
Oh my God. It's okay. It's okay. I thought we lost you.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
The boys hold Max tightly as the sun sets. End of episode.
Ooh, everyone give yourselves a round of applause. Woo, take a bow. And that's a wrap, quote unquote, on Dear Billy.